Audio Jungle.
Hey guys, welcome to Larock's Cooking Adventures. I'm your host Goldilocks, aka Larock. And today, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make. I had a request for show you guys how to do a fried chicken. Now, the way I do fried chicken is one of three different ways, depending on who I'm making it for or the time that I have. Okay, I have two whole birds here, but you can see bang, bang, boom, like that. I'm just gonna cut them down right quick and then turn them into pieces of chicken. For the first method that I do, you just simply need flour, which I have a big bag of flour here. No names mentioned. Flour and your favorite seasonings. I have a few of mine: paprika, smoke, garlic, seasoned oil, Montreal steak, and cracked pepper. For the second method, you're gonna need buttermilk, those same herbs, flour, and a little bit of hot sauce, which I hope I have some. I should have all of this ready, but of course I'm not ready. So, okay, maybe not hot sauce. We'll see by the time we get to doing what we got to do if I have the hot sauce ready or not. The third way is all the same stuff. The chicken, of course, the two birdies, the buttermilk, the fresh, not fresh herbs, I'm sorry, no fresh herbs in this recipe. The seasons, the flour, and eggs, okay? Now, here's the deal. You're gonna need eggs, but not the whole egg. A lot of people use the whole egg when they make their breadings and things like that, but for this recipe, we're not gonna use the whole egg. We're just only gonna use the whites. And the reason why we're gonna use the whites is because we want the whites to activate with the flour and make it real crispy. So the first way is just a flour. It's just gonna be flour, boom, drop in the fryer. The second way, flour, buttermilk, flour, drop in the fryer. Third way, flour, buttermilk with the egg mixture, back into the flour, drop into the deep fry. Boom, like that. As you can see over here, I hope you can see over here because I can't see what you can see, but I have 3 pots of oil going on for the 3 different versions. So, Goldilocks is going to get ready to do this. So, let's start by hacking these little birdies up. These are 2.5, 3 pound, 3.5 pound birds. Do like that, like that. Separate the breast, the thigh. Boom, boom. And do it this little piggy. How fast that wasn't easy. I would always suggest, you guys, just buy your chickens whole and then just cut them. You know what I'm saying? Because that just took nothing to do, right? But I saved a whole lot more money just cutting it myself. Because, whatever type of prep work that a company's going to do for you, they're going to charge you that shit. So just get the whole chicken. You saw what I just did, right? I just boom, boom, bang, boom. And that shit was over for this chicken. So just get you a whole chicken and then cut it. It takes nothing to cut this. You just saw me do it, right? I didn't do it all fancy the way some chefs do it. Some chefs get all, pretty and sexy with it. But hey, I ain't got time for all that. We just gonna fry this bird right here. Like that. Boom, bang, boom. Look at that. How long did that take me to cut this? A minute and a half. I'm gonna cut this bone off for a little bit. You can save this for a stock or something like that. Look at that. Took nothing. Look at that. Now I got 16 pieces of chicken. I think this bird was $1, maybe $1.94 a pound. There's 2 of them. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. So what I'm going to do next, right, is clean off this. I already washed the chicken, but I'm going to rewash it again. Get some of this guts and stuff out of here. and then wash this board down. And then simply the next step will be, after cleaning it again, will be to season the bird, season the chicken, and then get it ready to get into the flour and the wash, and then back into the flour. So boom, 4, 8, 12, 16, 2 birds, 16 pieces. Okay, 4, 4, 4, 4. Right. Okay, I have washed the chicken and kind of cleaned it up a little bit more. So now we're gonna get on to the seasoning part. So I'm gonna use I have it all upside down, and what I have here is the Montreal steak. Nice little coating of that. Like that. Boom, 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 boom. Montreal is a thick, heavy, coarse season. We'll go with paprika, and remember the order to which you put your spices on, your meats, all meats, not just this chicken. So I went Montreal first, paprika second. I'm gonna go with the seasonal third, and I'll tell you why in 1 second. So with the seasonal, boom, 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 like that, like that, like that, like that. Work Goldilocks. Then we're gonna go with the garlic, like that. Like that, like that, like that. Okay, put a nice decent coating of seasoning on your product. Then we'll go with the cracked pepper. Now that Montreal has a mixture of a little bit of all of this stuff type in it anyway. So now we're gonna flip the chicken, right? We're gonna flip it because we have to season the other side, right? Now this side look all plain and boring. This side look all hot and sexy. You know what I mean? So flip this little bird, literally, over and get ready to season this side. Now, the reason why I said keep in mind and remember the way you season your chicken the first way, your meats in general, all meats, is because when you go back to the second side, you want to come the opposite way. Meaning, we use this cracked black pepper last on the other side, so we're going to use it first on this side. And the reason why is because when you season it, you want to give it a chance to be even. Meaning you want the herbs, the seasons to be even. So then we went with the garlic. So we're going to go with the garlic next. Like that. Then the seasonal. See, I already had these lined up the way I put them down. Just more or less so that it gets evenly coated with each season. Then we go with the paprika. And y'all want to know what? I think I did that completely ass backwards. No, I didn't. I did it right. So this is on the top. Alright. Boom. So, bam. We got our chicken seasoned, right? Are we ready to rock and roll? Now, remember I said there's going to be 3 different ways that we do this here, no? So, the first way is just going to be flour and then boom, into the fryer. I've already made a flour mixture with the seasons in them. Already has some herbs in them. I mean, keep calling it herbs. Some spices. So, I'm just going to add a little bit more because I like my stuff to actually taste like something. You can't see your herbs, you ain't doing something right. It's not going to taste like nothing. It's going to be bland and boring. So make sure you see your spice, huh? Now, if there's something like salt, you know, you don't want to put too much salt in anything, so. But the other herbs for sure, the other spices for sure, you want to see them. If you don't see them, you ain't going to taste them. That's just straight up facts. Okay, so. Now, I'm going to try to use this flour for all 2 times. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get away with that, though. And I'll show you in a minute what I mean. Because what I don't want and what I don't do is flour lumps and flour balls and all that amateur stuff. Okay? So we got our breasts in there heavy first. Then we're going to put our chicken thighs in there. Chicken thighs in the house. Oh, shout out to Young Baltimore Andre. Always watching my program and giving me advice and like, yo, Scott, your joint is fire. What up, Young Baltimore? Hey, matter of fact, Young Baltimore, drop me a comment below so I know you see this. I know you seeing it. I know you gonna see it, my dude. Yeah, and I just got some regular old, common, basic bags that I went shopping with. Didn't do anything fancy. Don't have a fancy setup. Just got a bag. I'm trying to get to the bag in 2020. YouTube, look out. Okay, so boom. Okay, so since the first way is just floured, I'm gonna take 4 pieces out. 1 breast, like that. 1 breast, 1 leg, 1 thigh, somewhere in here. 1 wing. You guys can clip your wings back like this. You take this piece, turn it, flip it back like that. Boom, bang, boom. Look, pretty. But you don't have to do it that way. I might and I might not sometimes. Just depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like being fly, then I might fold it back. If I'm feeling like I don't give a flying, it's just going in the pan. So we have 4 just breaded, just floured, 1 time chickens. Okay? So those 4 are going to sit over there and do what they do. Now, let's get to a flour. Matter of fact, let me take 4 more out. Okay? Matter of fact, I take all of them out. Just separate them. 2. 2. That. Like that. And then this one needs a wing, and this one needs wait, boom, 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 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's fold this back. This thing broken half, retarded. Alright, boom. So, I got a mess over here. That's how we roll. That's how we're going to do this here. So, boom. Okay, so now, we're going to make the wash the second way without the, just going to use about a cup of buttermilk. We're going to put some more herbs in here, some more spices, season. Bam, like that. Like that. A little bit of that, like that. A little bit of this, like this. Some of this lady, like that. And hot sauce, maybe half cup, 1/4 cup. Bam, like that. Now let's mix this all up. Now, I did not put the egg in here, right? Because that's the third way. But I'm going to try to use the same buttermilk. If I can get by. Add a little bit more. You see that? You see that, guys? Okay. I smell that hot sauce. You can see that hot sauce and that smoked paprika. So, number 2. We're going to take 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put them in there like that. Cover them like so. Okay. And then back into the flour. So number 2 style went flour, buttermilk, back into the flour. So here's our flour. Let's take these out of here. Get rid of this. Ew. 1, 2, tie. See, now the flour's wet, so I might not be able to get away with using it again, because it's gonna be lumpy. But we're gonna see what we do. You can sift it and reuse it, but I ain't doing all that. But you guys can definitely sift it and reuse it if you have a sifter or some method to sift it. Scott ain't going through all that. That's the economical way. Sometimes I don't, use the economical way to do anything. Sometimes I just don't care. I don't have time for that. If I got the pennies, I'm going to use them. Sometimes I have the pennies, sometimes I don't. That's life. So boom. Here's the second one. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So, the third way, we're going to use these eggs, right? So I'm going to crack these eggs. And hopefully, just use the yolk. Be very careful. The white. I do not want the yolk in this product. Now, some chefs will use the whole complete egg, but you get a different product. This is all science right here. That's why you go to culinary school, you get a degree in science. You're mixing chemicals and things together. You're like scientists right here. So, using just the egg white is going to allow my chicken to be very, very crispy. The reason why I don't like to use the yolk part is because it makes it more eggy. And I don't want eggy chicken. I just want my chicken to be right. Or any breading for that matter. These eggs suck, by the way. Okay, so boom. We got the white in there with my whip go. Okay. You want to make sure these eggs get in here, get incorporated with this buttermilk. Look like it's breaking. Now add a little more buttermilk. 3 was a bit much. You really only needed 1, maybe 2 the most. You saw how this buttermilk was breaking with it, right? So, okay. The third way. Floured already. Now we go with the egg wash. 1 thigh, 1 leg, 1 breast, and 1 wing. So I have 4 extra pieces to which I don't have a designation for. So I'm going to put 2 wings in there, like that. These should be nice and crispy. I'll leave the rest as just regular breaded, like ordinary, basic. Even though the Molly made me do it, chicken. So this is the part where I was saying I hope I could get away with it. Now this flour has already gotten wet in it, so there's a little bit of flour balls in there. But we ain't tripping. We're just gonna do what we do and keep it popping. So if you can see over here, this was number 1, just bread it. Let me re-bread it real quick before I throw this other ones in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Just give it one more quick coat. And then this one over here, I hope you can see it, was flour and then egg wash, not egg wash, no egg wash, just the buttermilk. Like that. Now this one is just reggae, just flour, like classic common, I don't know how to fry chicken. Like that. Now we're gonna go with that Larock cooking adventure crispy chicken, like how it should be. Like, oh my God, where'd you get that chicken? Oh, I made this. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. You know how I made it? Larock showed me how to do that there. How you do that there? Young Baltimore, don't forget, man. Drop me a comment down there so I can see you was in there. Huh? Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, like that, right? So, we're going to turn these heats up to medium high. I just turned them up to 8 right now. But they've been sitting on the stove Getting hot for like, I don't even know, 45 minutes to an hour already. Scott been in here messing around. Alright guys. So, let's see if these are ready to rock. Alright, they seem hot to me. So this was style number 3. We're going to put that one in the first one. Over here to the right. This is the crispy, super crispy deluxe one right here. Three, 4. I think I have 5. 5, like that. Now guys, when you're frying chicken, there ain't no way possible it's gonna get done in under 16 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and set our timer for 16 minutes at a minimum. Okay? We do not want to serve raw chicken. Start that timer. So this was style number 2 with just the batter without the egg wash. Now, if you guys mess around and your oil's too hot and you burn the outside of your chicken, but the inside is still raw, you can save the chicken. Just simply take it and finish it off in the oven. Okay, this is style number 1, your traditional regular, I don't know how to fried chicken with just the flour. Okay. There are actually a lot of pieces of these because we ended up with 16 pieces cutting up the 2 chickens. So, style number 3, style number 2, style number 1. Get rid of this. Here's to you. Salud. We're just going to let those rock out. And let them do what they do. You know when your fried chicken is finished, or anything you fry actually, when you don't hear it frying anymore. That's the best indicator that your product is done. The ultimate best indicator is just all out using the thermometer. Which I have that, but I know when chicken is done, so I don't need to use that. Chickens are doing what they do. Looking good in the neighborhood, Alright. Some of you guys be afraid to fry chicken. Don't be afraid. You can do it. When you fear something, then that fear will win. But if you say, I got this, that fear is going to go away. And then you win. So that's where I want you guys to be at. I want you guys to win. Face your fears, they say. Face your fears, go ahead. You got it. Nothing to fear but fear itself. Rock and roll, kiddies. Okay, guys, our timer has about 40 seconds left on the clock. These birds are looking good, but they're still frying a little bit hard, so when this timer goes off on 20 more seconds, I'm going to give them another maybe 2 more minutes. This one for sure has the most pieces in it. This one looks like it's there. This one looks like it's there also. Let's see. So this is number 2. Number 2. Turn that one off. That's the rear. This one here was number 3. See what I'm talking about? When I say crispy, see that there? Yeah. And like I was saying earlier, you know when your fried product is done by the amount of frying that's going on at the end of your timer. This timer is going off and this chicken looks like it can still be fried a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take this pot and split it up because it has so many pieces in it. This one was the basic fried chicken. It's like the Fisher Price, my first fried chicken. So we're just gonna get out a couple more minutes. Not 10. Like 3. So that was 16, 17, 18, 19 minutes. We're gonna go 19 minutes with this. The temperature was at a medium high, number 8, all the way through. So this is that basic fried chicken, basic flour situation. That basic. This is that that professional crunchy chicken. We're gonna turn all these off and rock with it. We're gonna go out with these. Okay. Okay guys, now I'm going to pull these chickens up so you can see the differences in them. Over here. Now what do we have here? All on this bed. Okay, like this. Like that. Let's take a look. Let's see what we see. Okay, can you guys tell the difference in what's what? I'm gonna put them on the plate, you can see. Okay, so here is your basic, a little bit hot. Here is your basic floured fried chicken. Okay, no real frills or thrills there. It's just fried, it did what it do. Okay, that's the basic. And then here we have the one with the buttermilk. Okay, it's a little crispy outside. It's a little bit upgraded from the first one you just seen. And then this joker here is the one with the egg wash. This one is the one with the crispier skin. Looks really good. Looks professional. And you can do this yourself at home. You can do this. I just did it. You just saw me do it. So, look, here's another look at a real crispy one. See how that come out? Like that. We'll put that with this one. Mr. Timer, shut up. Shut your face. Okay. Basic. I just learned how to fry chicken. my Fisher Price first fried chicken kit. That's this. Just the flour. And then that I got a little bit of an upgrade because I learned how to use buttermilk. And I buttermilked and floured my chicken, and it came out looking like this. Alright, so there you have it, folks. 3 different styles or ways to make one product. To make a fried chicken, yeah? Let's have a look. It's pretty good. So, I already know it tastes good, so I don't really need a taste test. But I will cut into a piece just to show you that this bird is done. Okay. So let's take one off the plate. Just press. Bang. Okay. That's what you want. Look at that. Look at juicy. So juicy like that. Girl. So juicy. Oh my gosh, so juicy. Hey kiddies, that was the Larock's fried chicken. 3 different types, 3 different styles, 3 different ways to do it. If you guys like this video, please subscribe to the channel, like it, share it, and you know, drop me some comments and let me know what's going on. Young Baltimore, don't forget me. I want to see a comment from you, homie. Shout out to you all. Scott Larock, Larock Cooking Adventure, signing out. Peace. Look at that, sexy breast, like breast.